So I was on the phone with one of my credit repair clients. All of a sudden, I could hear a knock on her door. The next thing I heard was, "Ma'am, this is the sheriff. You're not going to believe what happened next." So I'm Jeremy Dysock, FICO Certified Credit Coach. I've been telling you for a long time to get ahead of your credit problems, get ahead of your credit situations. So what happened with this woman? So I'm on the phone with her. I get the call this morning. We're talking a little bit about her credit. We're talking about her goals, and all of a sudden I hear I hear this loud, shook the camera. I hear this loud knock on the door, and I hear, "Sheriff, ma'am, sheriff, open up." So she opens up the door while I'm on with her. She's got her phone on speakerphone, and all of a sudden I hear, "Is your name such and such?" And she goes, "No, that's not my name." And he goes, "Well, what's your name?" So she gave her name, and he goes, "Do you know who such and such is?" And she goes, "Yes, I rent this house from her." And the sheriff says, "Well, unfortunately, ma'am, while you've been paying your rent, you're current on it." She said, "Yes, I'm current on my rent." He said, "While you've been paying your rent, she has not been paying her mortgage." And the sound of my client just losing it over this, it was heart-wrenching. I'm still on the phone. They're having a conversation, and he's going, "Oh my gosh, ma'am, I didn't realize you didn't know." He goes, "Obviously, you're not Christine," which is the person who was looking for, because she wasn't Christine. She's from Liberia, and her name wasn't Christine. He goes, "You're not the one I'm looking for." He goes, "Ma'am, you didn't know any of this?" She said, "No, I had no idea." Well, apparently her house had already gone to sheriff's sale. The time to redeem it was over. Foreclosure had happened, and they were coming to move any junk out of the house, any squatters out of the house, any people out of the house. Had no idea that she was there. So all of a sudden, while I'm on the phone with her, I said to her, I said, "Here, let me call you. Let me call you back in a half hour. Take care of this." So I got off the phone with her, and I was thinking, I've been telling people, get ahead of your credit problems. Get ahead of your credit problems before it's too late. Now I know we've had an election that divided a lot of people. Yippity skippity. It's over. The noise is over. So we've got to make a plan going forward. Well, traditionally, or really traditionally, when these parties take over, normally rates go down a little bit. So if you're looking to get a house, if you're looking to move to a new apartment, get ahead of it now. Get ahead of it before the rates drop. Get ahead of it before the opportunities become available, because when they become available, if you haven't gotten started on your credit repair, it's too late. Unfortunately, it is a little late for my client this morning. She has to figure out a place to live. I hate to use that wide of an example or wild of an example, but that's exactly what can happen. We never know what the next knock on the door is going to bring us. And if you don't have your credit score and your credit profile in position through the investigation process, seeking deletions of negative items, which I talk about here on my channel, if you don't build credit and have positive lines of credit to show the ability and willingness to repay in a timely fashion, like I talk about in other videos on my channel, you can find yourself behind a knock on the door, the sheriff handing you papers and saying, "I'm sorry, ma'am, you've got to go." I'm Jeremy Dysock, FICO Certified Credit Coach. Like, subscribe, follow. That kind of stuff really helps the channel. I'll talk to you soon.